Welcome to the Savvy Shopkeeper Retail Podcast. I'm your host, Kathy Cruz. Just like you, I'm an independent retail business owner. I love the home decor and gift boutique I co-own with my sister, but I don't want it to consume me or my life. Join me each week as I share lessons learned, helpful tips, and valuable information for your retail business and life. Whether you're buying your products or making your products, whether you're a $25K business or a $2.5 million business, I'm on a mission to help indie retailers work less, profit more, and grow. Let's get started on today's episode. Welcome to episode 189 of the Savvy Shopkeeper Retail Podcast. What are you doing to prepare for Small Business Saturday weekend? I'm your host, Kathy Cruz. My intention for this episode is to help new and seasoned store owners prepare for what I refer to as retail's mega weekend. We're less than 8 weeks away when this podcast episode publishes. Big box retail seems to refer to this weekend as BFCM. That's Black Friday, Cyber Monday. So if you ever see that in your feed on Facebook or in posts, that's what they're referring to, Black Friday, Cyber Monday. And we, indie retailers, we tend to focus on Small Business Saturday. But when I talk about this weekend in its entirety, I'm not just referring to big box retail. This weekend can really apply to all of us because we can do some fun things on each day to serve our customers and get them to shop local or small versus at the big box stores. This all kicks off after Thanksgiving. And if I'm honest, I can't believe I haven't recorded a podcast episode on this topic since episode 8. This is episode 189, so that shows how long ago that was. It was November of 2019. We'll be sure to link episode 8 in the show notes because I think it's still pretty relevant when I talked about in that episode. I also have several blog posts on this topic that we'll also link in the show notes. So we talk about this retail weekend and Q4 in general a ton in Master Shopkeepers. In fact, I recently hosted a class walking all members through my workbook. It's titled Plan Your Best Holiday Season Yet. And because we talk about it so much in Master Shopkeepers, I didn't realize that I haven't talked about it publicly or on this podcast in a long time. So it's a little overdue. Also, in my defense, and that makes me laugh, like I have to defend myself, I tend to talk about pain points in our businesses or how to improve parts of our businesses or our mindset in our businesses. And while this weekend is one weekend where indie retailers in the U.S. don't complain much, in fact, many of us look forward to it. We welcome it. Is this weekend a ton of work? Yes, absolutely. But it's a cash positive weekend that most store owners love. So if you're a newbie to indie retail, what does mega weekend look like? It all starts off with Thanksgiving. And this year in 2023, that'll be Thursday, November 23rd. Historically, independent retailers do nothing on this day, but spend time with loved ones and enjoy a good meal. Some of you don't really get a break, though, on this day because you're hosting your families and your friends. Like me, my husband and I, we host Thanksgiving. So it's still work. I'm not technically off, but it is generally a day off for us and for our team members. Then that leads us into Friday, November 24th, 2023. And that Friday after Thanksgiving is generally known as Black Friday. This is when the retail weekend really begins. Some independent retailers will be closed on this day, but a lot of you will open to serve those who don't want to shop big box, but prefer to support small local businesses. I have to say the first year or two after my sister and I opened our store, we actually tried to be open on Black Friday. It just wasn't worth it. And let me explain that. We weren't in a high foot traffic area, and we just didn't have enough of a large following to make it worth being open. Now, of course, 8 years later, and the past few years, we did open again on Black Friday, and it's definitely worth it. We will again be open on Black Friday. For independent retail, you just might want to consider an alternative, though, to Black Friday, something like Plaid Friday. And some of you have heard of this, and some of you probably haven't. Plaid Friday was founded by a woman in California, and over the years, it has caught on beyond the West Coast. The idea with Plaid Friday is that shoppers or people in your community, you ask them to wear a plaid shirt, and if they show up in your store on that day, you can offer them a special deal or a gift with purchase to anyone who comes in with a plaid shirt on. Fun, right? I love the idea of this because you could see, depending on how much you promote this, you could see a lot of people in your area coming into all the stores in your neighborhood with plaid shirts on. So it's like a sign of supporting small businesses, and you can reward them by doing that. Next day is Saturday, November 25th, 2023, Small Business Saturday. Now, for this big day, most know that American Express started Small Business Saturday. And although credit card companies are not my best friend at the moment, if you've listened to any of my podcast episode about credit card fees, I do appreciate, though, that American Express built this movement because it really does make a difference for independent retailers. This day is huge. Now, if only we can move the needle with, a hashtag that says small business every day instead of Small Business Saturday, right? Anyhow, I have 2 resources that will link in the show notes for this episode. The one blog post that I wrote in 2017, and yeah, it was written in 2017, but it's still really relevant. And that one was titled How to Stand Out on Small Business Saturday. This episode is brought to you by my free resource, Open a Brick and Mortar Retail Store Checklist. If you're feeling overwhelmed, I get it. Get my checklist to help you get your thoughts and to-dos organized. Organized by topic, this checklist is the list I wish someone would have given me many years ago when I opened. Visit savvyshopkeeper.com/open checklist, all one word, savvyshopkeeper.com/open checklist. Sign up for my newsletter to get the checklist. There are mixed approaches to this day. Some store owners don't offer discounts or special promotions on this day. Like, this is a day where you can protect your margins because many people come out to shop on this day. You don't necessarily have to do anything to entice them. However, if you want to draw more people or if you want to give back to your customers for loving on you in your store throughout the year, go for it. I'm not against doing promotions on this day. I just kind of want to let you know that it isn't always necessary on this day. And I'll link another blog post that I wrote for Small Business Saturday where you can get some free marketing materials from American Express to help promote it. And then Sunday, that'll be Sunday, November 26, 2023. On this day, you choose what works best for you. Maybe you want to be closed because you want to rest and recover from Friday and Saturday if you're open. Maybe it's a day of faith that you always take off. However, if you are or choose to be open on Sunday, you can have fun with it. And if you aren't normally open, maybe you can open for special hours and offer something like a second chance Sunday. Some other ideas for this Sunday, it happens to be National Cake Day. So maybe if you want to serve cake on that day and do something fun with it. Some other Sunday options would be Secondhand Sunday. I guess someone started this movement. If you have a secondhand store, consignment, anything like that, you could do something fun for that Sunday. You could title it Savings Sunday. So maybe you've really promoted Friday and Saturday, and then at that point on Sunday is when you kick the savings in and entice people to come in with that. Or you can call it Superb Sunday and do something with that. Those I just made up. Just ideas for you to maybe run with if you're looking to do something a little bit different on that Sunday. And then the next day is Monday, November 27th, 2023. That's Cyber Monday. If you have an online shop, of course, this is an ideal day for you to do something with it. What special promotion can you offer? Can you do a BOGO, and that's buy one, get one free? Could you offer free shipping? So a lot of us, I think years ago, probably tried to offer free shipping all the time, but the cost of shipping has increased. And for most of us, or a lot of us, we offer shipping at cost. So maybe this would be a fun way to get people to order and shop online with you, and you can offer free shipping just on this day. You don't even have to be open on this day if you don't want to. But I would plan on going in on Tuesday to ship, especially if you're doing a free shipping promotion. That way your customers are getting their packages faster. You don't want to wait a few days to ship those packages. And then this leads me to the last day of retail's mega weekend, and that'll be Tuesday, November 28th, 2023. And usually this Tuesday after Cyber Monday is called Giving Tuesday. This is the ideal day to give back. And I want to say, when I looked it up per Wikipedia, it said Giving Tuesday, often stylized as hashtag Giving Tuesday for the purposes of hashtag activism, is the Tuesday after Thanksgiving in the United States. It's touted as a global generosity movement unleashing the power of people and organizations to transform their communities in the world. So I know a lot of us are heart-centered business owners, so this could be a really great way for you to give back to an organization that means something to you, to a local community organization. You'll just want to establish who you want to give to and why. And then the next step is how. How are you going to give back? Are you going to do a promotion? Are you going to do a donation drive? Are you collecting physical things to donate to someplace locally? Maybe you'll give a percentage of your sales this day, and then that percentage will go to a cause that's near and dear to you. This episode is brought to you by the Savvy Shopkeeper Quiz. As a shopkeeper myself, I've learned that there are action steps we can take during specific stages on our retail journeys that help us create efficiency and improve profitability so we can grow. But first, it helps to know which stage you're in so I can help you determine what to focus on. Sign up for my newsletter and take the quiz to find out which shopkeeper stage you're in. You'll get a helpful Savvy Shopkeeper roadmap with a list of helpful podcast episodes and 2 free resources for where you currently are in your journey. If you want to take the quiz, visit savvyshopkeeper.com/quiz. So as you can see, there are lots of things that you can do over the course of, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, over 5 days. I had to count. Over 5 days, there are a lot of different things that you can do on every day, but it does require planning in advance. So if you need to set up a special coupon code, if you need to create your social media graphics, if you need to write your email marketing, if you need to go live or post videos on your social media, if you need to update your website, see where I'm going here? There's a lot to take into consideration if you want to maximize this retail mega weekend. If you want to purchase my Plan Your Best Holiday Season Yet workbook, I now am making it available, and it's not too late to plan. You might think it is, but it really isn't. I recently hosted a big sale event in my store, and I did market it. I would say it was like 11 days out. I did it quickly. I made decisions quickly. I marketed it. I scheduled posts. I wrote emails. And it was, I wouldn't say it was last minute, but I was able to do it. And it was our biggest day yet at my store. So I didn't do that 7 weeks in advance, I guess is my point. You do have time to plan for this 5-day weekend. There's so much you can do even 7 weeks away. Now, I created a version of this workbook last year and it was good, but this year's version is even better at 31 pages. It's packed with social media ideas so that you can start planning your social media for Q4. It has calendars, it has worksheets so you can try to figure out what's going to work best, where do you need to bulk up on in categories and inventory. It really genuinely will help you plan ahead and make you feel prepared. And you all know how I feel about working ahead and getting things out of our brains. And this is a tool where you can do just that. Once you start working on the pages and filling things in, you'll feel a weight off your shoulders knowing that you don't have to remember every detail for these 5 days or even for Q4 in general because it isn't specific to this 5-day weekend. It's for the whole entire holiday season. And once you get it all out on paper, if you have a virtual assistant, if you have a social media assistant, or you have team members that you can delegate to, they will also appreciate this roadmap because now it's all going to be down on paper and planned out. They won't be wondering, well, what does she want to do on this day? Or what is he expecting on this weekend? I know my team members don't want to have to guess or figure out what's going on in my brain, right? And they shouldn't. It's scary what's going on in my brain. There are a million thoughts going on every week. Once they have the workbook, they'll have some guidance and you'll have some guidance. So for a short time, I'm offering this workbook for a special price of $27. You can visit savvyshopkeeper.com/holiday workbook, all one word, holiday workbook, to grab your workbook before October 12th, 2023 at this special price. It's a digital workbook that you can download and print, or you can upload it into a note-taking app like GoodNotes. And the nice thing is you'll receive it immediately after you purchase it. We'll send it to you in an email. So I really genuinely hope this helps. I know this was a quickie, short episode. What I'm hoping is that it reminds you that there is a lot of opportunity and possibility out of these 5 days, and it isn't just for big box retail. So go ahead and do something with it. And I don't feel like you have to do something for every single day that I mentioned, but which days work best for you? Which days will your customers appreciate most? And maybe you will do something for all 5 days. I genuinely want this holiday season to be the best for all of you. And this is one weekend that you can help really kind of set the tone for the rest of the season for you. Build a big amount of cash flow before December comes along. If you found this podcast episode helpful, please share it with a retail business friend or leave me a rating and a review on Apple Podcast. I genuinely appreciate it. And if you want to see the show notes to this episode or find links to anything I mentioned, you can visit my blog at savvyshopkeeper.com/episode 189. And I'm going to give you the URL to the workbook again if you want to buy that. It's savvyshopkeeper.com/holiday workbook. Until the next episode, be savvy and boss up.